So I am a hater at the core. I hate it if it's stupid, I hate it if it's genuinely and objectively wrong and bad. I hate it outside of the club. Yes, if I can't have it, I will hate it. And I'm really on a journey to heal this aspect of mine because, you know, I'm not perfect or whatever, but there's something about this person and this person's name that just enrages this fiery anger inside of me. It's like instant, it's just like boom. But for the most part, I am a very neutral person towards people, towards things. It's really the principle or the lack thereof that just gets me, right? But there's something about this person and his name that triggers a sleeper agent inside of me. Ider-Od Bat-Erdene. I'm the sleeper agent. So Ider-Od Bat-Erdene, he's the golden boy that started the Mongolian stand-up comedy scene and literal golden boy of one of the few Mongolian female politicians, proper millennial influencer that many people from a different generations can really relate to and probably could co-sign with whatever he said at the peak of his influence. Now residing allegedly down under Australia, he really is not with us anymore. Like physically, like in the country, he's not with us. His somewhat meteoric rise towards fame and stardom had anything but a humble beginning. He really was born and bred differently. Nay, in the most northest part of Mongolia, Hufsud province, his face really is just super aerodynamically efficient to live in the most windy and coldest area of Mongolia, to be honest. He's one of the few Mongolians who actually graduated university in a foreign country. The USA of all countries, in Kansas University with a degree of flight engineer. And after graduating, he come back to Mongolia and worked in one of the major airlines for about 2 years. But having grown in a totally different Mongolia than his previous generation, plus being exposed to this open and different culture of the United States, he was equipped with ability to bring a new pop culture element to Mongolia, the art of stand-up comedy. Previous to 2020s, for us, comedy meant this very theatrical, full production, full staged, like situational, theatrical level performance. And to this day, we have a very good productions and staple performance that really gets people laughing. I mean, it was one of the few forms of entertainment that we had until that damn phone became a wide use. So in 2014, I can't talk. So in 2014, he and his friends started UB Comedy, which is the first stand-up comedy group in Mongolia, and they would perform in the later days of the week in a very small restaurant and took the city by storm, really. Each week their performance hall was getting fuller and fuller and words were being spread in the digital town hall. The young generations of a developing country, the bored white-collar workers, really soaked in the new form of entertainment in their own language like a sponge, and quickly he and his friends become this public figures, like cool people and relatable guys, and probably the voice of the generation by the virtue of the satirical nature of comedy. But he, on the other hand, was considered more of a clean and intellectual comedian, which was enough to be put in a different place in people's mind. A minute of silence for us girlies who cut straight due to guys who are not able to think further from their balls. Well, he was not necessarily too clean, you know. He had this, you know, benevolent sexism kind of mentality in his sketches, and we were like, wow, he does not directly insult us. Such an angel. The bar is in my ass, to be honest. So whether he wanted it or not, he was filling this role of a young role model that the youth needed so much, right? He was someone who was cool and smart and seemed to be somewhat credible and for the people. He quickly started to have this like halo effect around him, and anything he touched, everything he said, his perspective, were considered to be like smart. With this newfound power of influence, he started to venture into world of startup and created companies such as CallPro, which is a cloud-based customer support system. I don't even know what that means. A Hippo Cards app, which is a multiple language learning app, vocabulary app, and this group called Faro Group. I don't even bother looking up, I don't care. His talent of having way with words and cool aura landed him some cool jobs like a reality TV show host and a lot of advertisement deals. Oh god. He also dabbled into directing a film, which is Zombies vs. Nomads, which probably I should include in the Watch Mongolian Movies With Me series, shameless plug. He also published IELTS vocabulary book. Well, it seemed like nothing could go wrong with him. Every venture he took, every product he advertised were taken to be good of quality, and he was an influencer with like actual influence. And that's pretty rare. Well, with a great power comes a great opportunity to screw people over. He's a fucking scammer. He did it. Yes, he did it. Nasty Okay, anyways. Guys, listen. If an influencer, and that goes to me too, starts to meddle with crypto or Bitcoin or whatever, no matter how credible, smart, like great that person, like he, she, they, ze, zim, may appear, don't do it, okay? Unless you have an insider and unless you have opportunity to pre-buy. If you could do that, I mean, you go for it. You have nothing to lose except your dignity and morality, but a big cash to gain. And in my opinion, that is what happened to Ider-Od. So along with 3 other people, he founded this coin that's called IHC, and it beautifully lays as inflation hedging coin. And around the time the coin was released, the word inflation just captured people's attention like crazy. Inflation, wow! Like which country's inflation, you might ask? The USA. God, these men are obsessed with the USA, it's crazy. And at the same time, what that gotta do with me? Like, a coin being released in a developing country in Asia is somehow tied to the inflation of the United States. How does that work? How does any coin work? We not know. But what I know is most of them is pump and dump scheme. And I commented that on his post that said, like, you know, truth will win kind of when he knew that he was on Interpol watch list, and then now I'm blocked on his Facebook account. Well, to be honest, the IHC coin collected about 24 billion Tugruks. Don't worry, it's not USD. And I don't even know how many zeros it has behind it, but it's roughly 6.7 million US dollars. And I was like, do we have that much money? Like all of us? And not surprisingly, the coin plummeted, right? And not a surprise. A lot of people end up investing in something that lost its value in such a short period of time. Especially the average Mongolian being not too savvy when it comes to these like fintech stunts. We're not really equipped with the BS detector that like people in a developed country may have, but that's like slowly changing. Clearly, we are learning the lessons. But just having, Jesus, my nose. But just having Ider-Od as one of their co-founders garnered a lot of attention, and they did their best to really like market it as good as possible. I'm not sure what they did, what marketing stunt they pulled, because I'm just so far away from this like digital money, digital coin BS. First of all, I don't really know how that works. I don't know enough of it to really like sift through the many coins being released in a day and see this is the bullshit, this is the real shit. I don't know. And second of all, I don't really want to know, because to me, morally, it just seems like it's not efficient. This kind of Bitcoin, crypto kind of thing, it really is catered towards people who already have like extra income laying around. They can bear the risk of investing in something that's just so volatile but has like such a high reward. And basically for people who have money and want to get rich even quicker, and those who could actually use some bit of like financial security, good investment benefits, they can't really reap the benefits of it for some reason. Well, I have 2 reasons. First of all, people who could actually like benefit from more financial security, those people are already in need of more money, therefore they don't have extra income, just disposable money just laying around. They are living day by day. They are waiting for the next month paycheck to make the ends meet. And second of all, those people are not in the know. I mean, all the information about Bitcoin investing is just freely, really on the ether of the internet. You can just search it. It's just one step away. But like knowing English just puts you in a different place, right? But Mongolians, like anyone except me in Mongolia doesn't speak English, okay? You know, even if the information was on Mongolian in our own language, like, can you shut the fuck up? Most people are not equipped with like the extra time, extra energy, mental bandwidth to really keep up with this crazy daily updates and developments of this fintech and digital money world. So essentially, in my opinion, it just makes people who are already blessed financially and informationally, it just makes them even richer. And that is if the thing is legit, right? If they can like join in at the right time. It's really a gamble and it really is based on luck. But the way these people kind of, I'm generalizing, market it is like it's a great opportunity for all, but it's not. Like most people are better off investing traditionally rather than like gambling with this digital money kind of if they want to secure a bit of a financial security down the line in like several decades down the line, right? But if they want to try getting rich quick like crazy, like tomorrow, like day after tomorrow, you gotta be able to bear the risk of losing money as well, because these short period of time, short-term, high volatile, high risk investments are really for people who can bear the risk, and most Mongolians know they cannot really bear the risk. So I really didn't give a flying fuck when this coin was being released in 2021, even though Ider-Od, this famous person, was the face of it. To be honest, I always felt a little heebie-jeebie, like I always felt a little iffy about him. I don't know, there was something that's a bit slimy, a bit jokester about him. I don't know how to explain. In my opinion, what is my opinion? It's nothing. I think he knowingly got meddled with IHC, knowing what would happen, knowing how he would get the bag, and flew out of the country since now he could afford to live abroad. He knows English, he knows better not to meddle with things that is replicated like thousands of times and mostly always end up the same. He knew what might happen to those who joined at the wrong time. Of course, they would lose money, and he knew to fly out of the country. And to me, that just makes him even more truly disgusting. He liquidated his company share, which is 25% of the whole thing, later 2022, and then fly out of the country after being investigated along with his co-founders since the beginning of the same year, right? And after he ran away, what happened to the rest of the founders? Well, 2 of them are in prison or like they are heavily monitored, can't leave the country. One sadly had passed away, so Ider-Od is the only one that's really reaping the benefit of everything. And at the same time, he's now under like the watch list by Interpol, and his whereabouts are not clear enough, but he's still posting online really actively, especially on Facebook, on which I'm blocked. So as I say, I have a disdain when it comes to this person for 2 reasons. First of all, say what you want to say about him, which I just did, so you're welcome. He's really talented. Actually, he's such a good comedian. That I give him. He observes people's behavior and then expresses it in a way that you just like end up laughing. He really is talented. You are laughing at yourself when you're laughing at his joke. Like, he's really that good. And there was a short period of time where I wanted to be a comedian, so he was good at the thing that I wanted to be good at, so I automatically hated him. It's jokes, guys, jokes. And second of all, which is much more non-jokey, I just think he knew what he was doing. Like, he's smart, he's not stupid. He's not someone who can feign ignorance when it comes to this. So him breaking people's trust and destroying his public credibility and essentially just running away from the country, I just hope it was worth it. And now, allegedly, he's in Australia, down under, and just living quite low-key whilst studying law, which is the irony of it all. And I just gonna hope all the money that he got from this thing, I hope it lasts until he dies or until he finds the next big cash grab. So there it is, guys. We are living in this society that's called modern world, so anything happening anywhere is possible to happen here, which is scary to think about. And yeah, here is our crypto scam influencers, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. And I also have a series called Watch Mongolian Movies with Me series, so please check that out if you like vintage movies. And Thank you for watching my video. If you reached until this point, you're amazing. Thank you so much, and yeah, hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye!